Welcome to Eureka Math. I'm Mr. Shankel. I'm going to be helping you today with the problem set from Module 5, Lesson 16, and these are the answers. All right, let's get started. Number 1, sketch and label a net of the following solid figures and label the edge links. Okay, so part A is a cereal box. It's 13 by 7 high. So I'm going to go, let's see, 13 by 7, that's going to be about like that, we'll say. And it's 2 inches wide, so that means I'm going to have a 2-inch wide side panel on both sides. And I've also got a 2-inch tall top and bottom. So I'm going to put the top here. Oops, I missed. I'll put the top here, and I'll put the bottom here. So I've got the front, right side, left side, top and bottom, and now I just need the back, which is going to be the same size as the front, so about right there. So that looks like a good net, and just got to label it now. So I've got 13 inches tall, and that's 7 inches long, and then each of these small areas here are going to be 2 inches. Okay, so there's our net, and that's part A, cereal box. Okay, next, part B is a cubic gift box, and let's see, I want a different color here, see if I can get one. How about that? Okay, so cubic gift box. Cubic means that all sides are the same, so I'm going to have a front, that's a square. I'm going to have a right side, that's the same size square, as close as I can get. Okay, another same size square for the left side, and same size square on the top, and a same size square for the bottom, and then I need the back. I'll put that down here. That's also the same size, and when we label them, all of these are going to be 8 centimeters, so 8 centimeters here. This is also an 8 centimeters, and then this section right here is also 8 centimeters. So there it is, a net of our cubic gift box. Okay, and then last, the challenge, write a numerical expression for the total area of the net in part B. And so the net in part B, well, I can do this a little quicker. I've got a front and a bottom, and I have a top, and I have a back, and I have a left side, and I have a right side. So there's 6 faces to this, so the surface area is going to be equal to 6 times the area of each individual face, and each individual face is an 8 by 8 square, so that's 6 times 8 times 8, and that will be the surface area. And if you do that, 6 times 8 is 48, and then 48 times 8 will be our answer. So let's get that calculator out. 48 times 8, 384. And those are centimeters squared. Remember, it's area, so they're square centimeters. 6 times 8 times 8. All right, number 2. This tent is shaped like a triangular prism. It has equilateral bases that measure 5 feet on each side, and it's 8 feet long. So I'm going to just label this. This is 5, this triangle leg is 5, and then this one's also 5, and then it's 8 long, so 8 feet that way. So I need a net. I need to just split it apart. I'm going to do that this time with I'm going to do the sides first, and those are going to be 5 by 8 rectangles. So let's say that's a 5 by 8 rectangle. Say that's the bottom. Here's the right side, also a 5 by 8. Here is the left side, also a 5 by 8. And then I'm going to have triangles. And my triangles are going to be on the ends here. And I'll just put it on the ends so there's a little more room. So there's a triangle base, and then another triangle base goes here. And there's the net. And if we labeled it, each of these sides would be 5s, including the triangle legs. Those are all 5s, and then the length of the prism is an 8. So that's a triangular prism, and that is the sketch of the net. All right, number 3. The base of a table is shaped like a square pyramid. Okay, so a square pyramid, let's draw what it would look like first. A square pyramid would be coming to a single point. All right, so I've got that triangle, and then the base is going to be a square. So if I connect these, it would look like that. And then I can see the back. If I look through, I could see that we've got a face there on the left side, and then this face on the back. So that's what our square pyramid would look like. The base is going to be a square. The pyramid has equilateral faces that measure 25 inches on each side, and the base is also 25 inches long. So if we label this, I've got all of these are 25s. 25 there, a 25 there, that's a square base. And then each of these triangle legs are also 25 inches. And then we need a net. So let's talk about the net. Well, it's going to be a square base, 25 by 25. And then I'm going to have triangles coming off. So each side is going to have a triangle. And all of these should be equilateral triangles because they're all going to be the same length of 25. So I'll get as close as I can. And there we have it. There's the net of our square pyramid. All right, and if I were to label these, everything would be a 25. This would be a 25. This would be a 25. And each of these triangular legs would also be 25s all around. Okay, and last one. The roof of a shed is in the shape of a triangular prism, and it has equilateral bases that measure 3 feet on each side, and the length is 10 feet. So I'm going to start this time with a triangle. Let's see what it would look like first before we do the net. So all of these sides of the triangle are going to be 3 feet, and then the length of the prism is 10 feet, so it's maybe that long. So something like this, and there's what it would look like. And then we can see the back side. If we look through, we would have a third leg of this triangle in the back, and then it connects to the front here. So there's what it would look like. And then if we split it apart, let's do the rectangular sides. We would have a 3 by 10 for the bottom, and we would have a 3 by 10 on the left side, and we'd have a 3 by 10 on the right side, and then we would have triangles. We can put those anywhere we want, so something like this and this, and that's what it would look like if we labeled it. We would have these are 3 feet. Each of these triangles are 3 feet. This distance is 3 feet. That's 3 feet. And then the length is 10 feet. So that all of those vertical lines are 10 feet. All right, there's your answers to the problem set for lesson 16. Hope that helps. See you again next time.